So let me back up a step. How was that meeting arranged? Is that something that Governor Deal initiated, or did we initiate, or was it a previously planned meeting?
As I recall, Governor Deal reached out to our office. I'm not sure who from his staff or who from our staff, imagine the scheduling office, and requested that he fly to South Carolina and meet with Governor Haley, but he didn't specify what the issue was going to be, and we, of course, acceded to that request.
Okay. And I'm not going to ask you to reveal everything that went on in the meeting, because that's not the subject of this, but I want to focus in on the specific request that was made to our governor from their governor. Sure. What was the request?
The request was simply that the DHEC staff at the staff level had denied the permit, and their request was that the full board hear Savannah and Georgia's and the Army Corps' case for why the permit should go forward.
Okay. And was, after receiving this request from the governor of Georgia, what steps did y'all take?
I mean, Governor Haley said, absolutely, that seems like a reasonable request and a courtesy that that she would expect to be afforded to her in a reverse situation. And so, as I said, Ted reached out to the chairman of the DHEC board. He came into the office, and Governor Haley said, this is what the governor of Georgia has asked, and I'd appreciate it if you do it, and they went ahead and scheduled a hearing.
All right. And specifically, as you can recall, what was communicated to the chairman of the DHEC board by the governor?
That, as I recall, it was that she would appreciate if the full DHEC board heard Georgia and the Army Corps' request, and that, as I recall, she specifically told him to do what the merits of the case suggested.
Last night, in a televised interview, the governor appeared on television and said, and this is, I watched it myself, this is what and if I took it down wrong, I'll take the blame for the transcription, but she said, Governor Deal flew down here and he said, rather than your staff hearing what we have to say, would you allow the board to hear it? I absolutely allowed him to do that. Well, first of all, do you dispute that she said that last night?
I didn't watch the interview, so I'm not sure one way or the other.
All right. Well, what it says she said, what she said last night was that Governor Deal flew down here and he said, rather than your staff hearing what we have to say, would you allow the board to hear it? Which I'm hearing that to say, rather than us make our case to the staff at DHEC, because they've already denied us, we want to go directly to the board. I mean, is that still a fair characterization of what you think Governor Deal asked?
Yes.
Okay.